If a woman is developing feelings for you, she'll say these 7 things, psychology tips. Did you know that before a woman admits her feelings, her words often reveal them first, whether she realizes it or not? Language isn't just about exchanging information, it's about forming connections. And when a woman starts developing feelings for you, the way she speaks begins to shift in ways that go far beyond simple conversation. According to behavioral psychology, people unconsciously express emotional attachment through the way they communicate. Dr. John Gottman, a well-respected relationship psychologist, discovered that the words people use in relationships strongly predict long-term emotional investment. When it comes to women, their choice of words can often reveal their true emotions before they ever say the words, "I like you." So, if you've ever found yourself wondering, is she starting to have feelings for me? Pay close attention to the things she says. Because the truth is, a woman will always hint at her emotions before she openly confesses them. By the time you finish this video, you'll have a deep understanding of the subtle but powerful phrases women say when they're falling for you. And to make sure you don't miss the most crucial one, I'm saving it for last, the ultimate confirmation that a woman is truly into you. So stick around because this might just change the way you see attraction forever. Welcome to 100 Quotes, your go-to channel for real, relatable advice on navigating the complexities of love and relationships. Number 1. I feel like I've known you forever. When a woman says this, she's not just making small talk, she's expressing a deep emotional connection. This phrase means she feels incredibly comfortable around you, as if there's an unspoken bond that transcends time. Psychologists have found that women form emotional attachments more quickly than men, especially when they feel genuinely understood. Dr. John Gottman explains that emotional safety is one of the strongest drivers of attraction. When a woman feels emotionally secure with you, she starts associating you with trust, familiarity, and warmth, all key ingredients in romantic interest. Think about it. When you meet someone who just gets you, it feels effortless, right? That's exactly what she's experiencing. She's realizing that being around you feels natural, easy, even meant to be. Let's say you've only been talking for a few weeks, yet she looks at you and says, "It's so strange, but I feel like I've known you forever." That isn't just a compliment, it's a confession. Subconsciously, she's acknowledging that you've already carved out a place in her world. So how should you respond? Instead of brushing it off, lean into it. Playfully tease her. "So are you saying we were soulmates in another life?" Or if you want to reinforce the bond, simply say, "That's really sweet. I feel the same way." The key is to acknowledge the emotional connection while keeping the mood light. When she feels truly seen and understood, her feelings will only grow stronger. Number 2, you're one of my closest friends. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Wait, did she just friend zone me? But before you panic, let's break this down. When a woman calls you one of her closest friends, especially if you haven't known each other for very long, she's actually testing the emotional intimacy between you. It means she already trusts you deeply, an essential step before attraction fully develops. Women are wired to prioritize emotional security before physical attraction. This is why they naturally seek out men who make them feel safe, understood, and emotionally supported. If she shares personal stories, opens up about her insecurities, or talks to you about things she wouldn't tell most people, she's emotionally investing in you. For example, if she casually says, "I feel like I can tell you anything. You're one of my closest friends," she's not trying to push you away. She's actually saying, "I trust you. You're important to me." How should you respond? First, don't panic. This isn't the dreaded friend zone. It's actually a sign that she sees you as relationship material. Instead of acting disappointed, play it cool. A great response would be, "I really appreciate that. I think friendships are the foundation of the best relationships." By saying this, you're subtly planting the idea that the strongest relationships start with a deep emotional bond. It shifts the conversation away from just friendship and toward connection. The more comfortable she feels with you, the more likely she is to see you as more than just a friend. Number 3, you're so different from other guys I've met. When a woman says this, she's letting you know that you stand out, and in the world of attraction, standing out is everything. Women naturally evaluate men, not in a judgmental way, but to determine who is truly worth their emotional investment. If she's comparing you favorably to others, it means she sees you as a high-value man, someone unique. Psychologists call this selective perception. Once we form an emotional attachment to someone, we begin filtering our world through that lens. If she sees you as different, she starts mentally placing you above the average guy she's encountered. For example, if she says, "You're not like most guys, I feel like you actually listen," or "You're different in a good way," what she's really saying is, "You're worth my attention." How should you respond? A little playful teasing works wonders. Instead of just saying, "Thanks, try, I'll take that as a compliment then. What exactly makes me so different?" This works because it encourages her to verbalize the reasons she's drawn to you. And once she starts listing them out, she's reinforcing her own attraction, whether she realizes it or not. Number 4. I feel like I can be myself around you. This one is huge. When a woman tells you she can be herself around you, she's revealing something most men overlook. She trusts you with her real, unfiltered self. Think about it. People don't lower their guard for just anyone. Most of the time, we present a version of ourselves that we think will be accepted. But when a woman starts acting goofy, sharing her quirks, or admitting things she's embarrassed about, it means she feels completely safe with you. Psychologists call this authenticity bonding, the deep human need to connect with people who allow us to be real. In relationships, this forms the foundation of long-term attraction. For example, maybe she starts acting silly around you, showing you her weird dance moves, or laughing at things she'd normally hide. Then she says, "I don't know why, but I feel like I can just be myself around you." That's a big deal. It means she's emotionally comfortable, and comfort is the first step toward deeper attraction. How should you respond? Acknowledge it while keeping things playful. Say something like, "That's the best compliment you could give me." Or if she's being goofy, match her energy and say, "Well, don't stop now. I want to see the full, unfiltered version of you." By embracing her authenticity, you make her feel even more secure, valued, and connected to you. And once a woman feels like she can truly be herself around you, she won't want to let that go. Number 5, you make me feel seen and heard. This phrase might sound simple, but don't underestimate its power. When a woman tells you that you make her feel seen and heard, she's revealing something rare and valuable. You understand her in a way most people don't. Women are emotional communicators. They don't just want someone to listen. They want to feel like their thoughts, feelings, and experiences matter. A study published in Psychology Today found that emotional validation is one of the strongest factors in long-term attraction. When a woman feels heard, she feels safe, valued, and deeply connected to the person who provides that space for her. For example, maybe she tells you something personal, something from her past that really shaped her. Instead of dismissing it or trying to fix it, you listen, ask thoughtful questions, and engage with genuine interest. Then later on, you bring up something she mentioned in passing, her favorite childhood movie, a dream she has for the future, and she looks at you differently. Then she says it, "Wow, you actually listen. You make me feel seen and heard." At that moment, she's realizing something, you're different, you get her, and that makes you special. How should you respond? Acknowledge it. Say something like, "I think the best relationships are built on mutual understanding. I love hearing your perspective." By reinforcing that you value her thoughts and emotions, you deepen her connection to you, which only strengthens her feelings. Number 6, I feel a deep connection with you. The key word here, connection. This isn't just surface-level attraction or casual interest. This is emotional investment. When a woman says she feels a deep connection with you, she's not just talking about chemistry or shared hobbies. She's talking about something deeper, something that feels rare and irreplaceable. People don't say this lightly. It means she sees you as someone who truly understands her, someone she feels drawn to on an almost soul level. Psychologists call this emotional resonance, when two people's energies align in a way that makes them feel completely in sync. Here's how you'll notice it happening. She starts opening up about deeper life topics, her childhood, her fears, her dreams. She remembers small details about your conversations and brings them up later. She starts associating you with emotional fulfillment. And before she even realizes it, she's hooked. So what should you do when she says this? Don't downplay it, instead reinforce it. Say something like, "I love that. Connection is rare, and I think we have something special." By acknowledging it, you make her feel safe in her emotions, and that makes her feelings for you grow even stronger. Number 7, I can talk to you about anything. At first glance, this might sound similar to the last one, but there's an important difference. When a woman says, "I feel a deep connection with you," she's talking about emotional bonding. But when she says, "I can talk to you about anything," she's talking about emotional compatibility, the kind that leads to long-term attraction and lasting relationships. Think about it. We all have people in our lives we care about. But how many can we truly talk to without feeling judged or misunderstood? If she's saying this to you, it means she sees you as her safe space. She knows she can be herself, share her thoughts, no matter how deep, random, or silly, and you'll actually listen. Here's how you'll notice this happening. She texts you out of the blue about something completely random. She asks for your opinion on big life decisions. She shares her personal struggles without hesitation. All of these are huge signs that she feels emotionally fulfilled by talking to you. How should you respond? Playfully tease her, even the weirdest things. Then subtly reinforce your emotional availability by adding, "That's really important. I think great relationships are built on openness." By letting her know she can keep sharing, you strengthen the emotional bond between you. And as that bond grows, so will her attraction. Bonus point, I miss you, even when you haven't been apart for long. Now, if a woman says she misses you, even when it hasn't been long since you last saw each other, this is huge. Because let's be honest, people don't just miss anyone. Missing someone means they've become an important part of your thoughts, emotions, and day. When a woman expresses missing you, even after a short time apart, what she's really saying is, "I feel emotionally connected to you. Your presence brings me comfort. I want you around." Psychologists explain that emotional attachment forms when someone associates happiness, safety, and excitement with your presence. When a woman starts catching feelings, she begins to notice your absence, whether it's been a few days, a few hours, or even just a morning apart. Imagine this scenario. You spent the evening together and the next day she randomly texts, "I miss you." At that moment, she isn't just saying words, she's revealing where her heart is at. She's thinking about you, craving your presence, and feeling emotionally attached. How should you respond? Keep it warm and simple. Say, "That's sweet, I miss you too." Why? Because when you confirm those feelings, it strengthens the emotional bond. And once a woman starts feeling emotionally attached, that connection only grows deeper. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You now understand the subtle but powerful phrases women say when they're developing real feelings for you. Now I want to hear from you. If you've watched till the end, comment "I see the signs" below. That way, I'll know you're part of our real community, the ones who are serious about understanding attraction and relationships. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it. It's a small action that helps this content reach more people. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button now for daily insights on attraction, relationships, and personal growth. Oh, and one more thing, share this video with a friend who might need it. You never know who's struggling to read the signs, and this could be exactly what they need. We've also recommended the best video for you on your screen right now, so go ahead and watch that next. See you back here tomorrow.